The Cab Chat Show. Oh, I fucking love these geezers.
Well, good afternoon and welcome to a Cab Chat Show. You've got me, Super Cabby, and you got him. He's finally got here. The old Mac the Cab sitting there.
I've been on a bit of a tour.
A bit of a tour?
Yeah, I took in all the places I wanted to go and some of the places I didn't want to go.
What, on the way here?
Yeah.
So we've managed to save up enough money.
We've got two bob for the metre?
Yeah, two bob, about $2,000 for the metre.
You know that.
And about 200 quid diesel for you to get here as well.
I siphoned it. I just siphoned out of some old granny's car in the... You know,
in Sainsbury's?
No, in the old people's home. She won't be. She don't use it much anyway. She won't notice it missing.
So we've got to explain something, haven't we? That
there's a lot.
We did a show for Christmas, didn't we? And we didn't end up putting it out.
Yeah, well,
you had a little bit of a break. A little bit of a.
it was Christmas. It was coming up to Christmas.
It was a minor breakdown, wasn't it?
No, it's just in view.
You freaked out a bit.
In view of what was happening in the world. I just said a few things what people might have, in retrospect, when we looked at it and the legal team looked at it.
They didn't think it was a good idea for it to go
out.
No.
But,
talking about what's going on in the world, I've got a little jingle here for that.
Okay.
You ready?
Go.
I believe in talking straight. Fuck off, you Russian wankers.
That was Ronnie Reagan, I suppose.
That was Ronald Reagan,
Ronald Reagan in his earlier days. Yeah. Or from Spitting Image, that was. Listen, it's all...
It's all kicked off, ain't it?
Yes, which ain't good, do you know what I mean? Yeah. And listen, the problem with this is we're not going to know what's really going on out there until,
it's all about money.
We didn't know what was going on in Vietnam until after it happened. We didn't know what was going on in Afghanistan until after it happened. Syria, Libya, weapons of mass destruction. The first casualty of any war is the truth, and it's true. But
exactly. Yeah.
Anyway.
So, the reason we didn't put the Christmas show out is because Mac the Cab had a little bit of an outburst, and that particular day that we recorded that show was the same day that TfL released their new policy document, which was regarding driver conduct. And it was...
it started encompassing our personal private liberties and saying what we said on social media.
Yeah, if you say anything derogatory on social media, it can bring into question your eligibility to be a licensed London taxi driver. So after taking legal advice from Fred down the pub, we decided that it was probably best not to put the show out.
It's not that we're running scared or nothing like that, because obviously I'm one of the biggest, loudest mouths with regards to freedom of speech. Magna Carta, I told, what's his name, do you remember, On and Off Insurance, told him
you told him to go and do one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but that was before they released this policy document.
But, just because we work for TfL,
we don't work for TfL.
I'm just saying, because we're licensed by them, shouldn't start in it's all bits of employment, isn't it? Where does the line stop with regards to what we can say as personal individuals?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's an infringement of our civil liberties under various articles of the Human Rights Act, which are we still signatories to that? I don't know. Hey, listen,
I don't know.
Now we're out of Europe, which is causing all sorts of problems at the moment, even getting here. What's all the lorries on the side of the motorway for?
Because P&O Ferries decided to sack all their staff, and
right.
And then the government decided to impound all their ships.
Okay, have they?
Because the staff were not competent enough to sail the ships.
Well, this is what they call flying under a flag of convenience, where they use a Panamanian crew or something like that.
Well, they're using labour they're paying less than £5 an hour.
Yeah, well, this is Tory Britain. How did that ever get?
To be fair,
because I understand the French seamen, are they called seamen? I don't know.
Yeah,
it seems whether the French crews have been sacked, I think they're still employed.
I don't know. I don't know.
But they
then
obviously
the ships ain't
but
sailing.
the ships ain't sailing.
The ships
but
ain't sailing.
I did hear
So
that
there's
it was
26 miles of trucks on the M20.
Yeah, I can vouch for that. I've just seen a load of them. But as I understand it, it was a software issue what brought it down first of all, and then this is. But hey, listen,
no, it's not a software issue at all.
Because I fell foul of this coming back into England. Obviously, I sailed up to in my usual travelling times. Obviously, coming. I normally go Dieppe to Newhaven, lovely crossing, and I was in part of France. And I was near it. Cut drop.
Yeah, but that's not P&O, is it?
No, this is what I'm saying. DFDS.
Yeah. DFDS.
Yeah,
they're still sailing.
Yeah, no, they're brilliant. I've always used them for years, and they got a crossing obviously there, and I booked it online with my fat little fingers. About 20 minutes away from it.
Stena do one as well, don't they? I think.
Yeah, they go from Caen.
Yeah.
And just as I was about an hour away, well early for this boat at 11 o'clock, booking at 10, looking at it, just for a recap, just make sure, and then I realised the error.
What?
I'd booked the ferry the wrong way round. So
only you could do that.
So I gets to Dieppe anyway, goes to McDonald's, sitting there, and I went, flick through. Suddenly, I could drive up to Calais, and they wanted 140 quid. And that was the beginning of it. A couple last week before.
Yeah.
So
that was on your. I'm going to Poland with my mate for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
and that was at about the third week in December.
It was.
I might stay for Christmas, and I'll be back for New Year.
I'll be back in the new year.
I'll be back be back in the new year. Be back in January because I'm going to go back to work.
Yeah,
and then you came back on the 18th of. Well, no, you come back sometime.
Yeah, the other day.
Yeah,
last
Sunday.
Yeah, well. My sister's doing a Sunday dinner. Yeah,
4 months.
Yeah, free.
I'll be away for 2 weeks. Gone for 4 months.
The joys of being single, free. Do you know what I mean? And in a white van. Do you know what I mean?
White van man. So,
yeah,
but you can't consider yourself like one of these van lifers, like, because your van ain't big enough, is it?
No, it's only a little like caddy size.
But you want to buy a bigger one, don't you?
Oh, I'd had a bigger one, obviously, as you know. Yeah. Story of my life. It
met its fate
in France. It got shortened by a 40-ton tree.
Yeah.
Luckily, no one was in it. Right on the bed. And the car's in.
Tell everyone what you'd done a couple of weeks beforehand, because you'd let the insurance lapse, hadn't you?
Yeah, but I don't, no, the insurance, because the vehicle had been out the country too long. Do you know what I mean? So, fait accompli, innit? Do you know, well, that's a French word, funny. What's that mean?
Yeah, what's that mean? Yeah. Pity the French ain't got a word for that, innit?
No, exactly. Same as deja vu.
Yeah,
they got no word for that.
They got no word for that either.
Yeah. Deluxe. That's
anyway, we're back.
We are back.
And everyone on Twitter said about time.
We should what?
About time we come back.
No, listen,
because when we do the show, they always say, "Oh, why don't you bugger off?" And then when we don't do it, they'll say, "Where you been?"
Yeah, exactly.
About time you come back. Looking forward to it and all that.
Yeah, never miss it.
So we're back, and we've decided that our old mixer that we bought.
Oh, it's 8 years. It's 8. But old Behringer, isn't it?
It's coming up for 8 years old.
That one you just sent out, didn't you? Picture of it.
Yeah, the one I've just sent out a picture of. We've decided that it's at the end of its life. A bit like Mac's camper van.
Yeah, it needs resuscitation. Listen, we've tried everything on this, haven't we? We've just done a bit of.
So we've just been looking, and we're going to buy a new posh one, haven't we?
We're going to have to.
This is our commitment to carrying on doing Cab Chat.
Yeah, absolutely. So. That is our commitment.
But we're not going to commit to doing it every week, are we?
No. Lifestyles changed, and so
all we're going to commit to is doing one show a month.
Definitely.
If we do any more than that, then that's a bonus for you. But we're going to commit to doing one show a month,
or a punishment.
Well, depends on who's listening, don't
exactly.
it? Really?
And whether they value the content of it or not.
Yeah, exactly.
But do you care?
What?
If they care?
No, I don't.
I know you don't.
No, I don't care.
No.
Anyway, coming up in the show this week, we've got lots to talk about, and we've also got a contribution from Dal and her diaries.
Lovely.
To play a little bit later in the show. But before that, we're gonna kick off with a little bit of music, because we had a few people ask for some requests this week.
Nice.
So we're going to kick off with a little bit of music.
Do we know this one? Who requested this one?
Yeah, it was Rob Cardwell, actually. I requested this one, and he said that it's probably quite apt. He said it's because when people are driving towards London, it's probably what they got going on in their head.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think what we're going to do is we'll play a little jingle, and then we'll be back after this.
We're on the air now. 3 million listeners, can't be wrong, it's only fair now. Remember there are imitations, so beware now. You found the critical position on your dial to make you smile. You've had your share now, a long hard day of work and trouble, woe and care now. It's time to stop, put up your feet, let down your hair now. And so you know the only thing you have to do, relaxez-vous, maybe phone the show. Come on, have a go. Boogie high and low, near and far.
Cab Chat Radio Show. On the air, everywhere.
There you go. That was Highway to Hell.
I used to think that was
AC/DC.
I used to think that when I was driving into the O2.
Into the O2. Oh dear. Right, so we better explain what's going to be new with Cab Chat, because we're going to be doing it live.
Yeah.
We're going to be going back to doing it live and taking phone calls.
I used to love it live.
And we're also going to be
phoning people.
Well, we can do that.
Yeah,
we can do that. Yeah, we can phone people.
I think it's just
and we're also going to be videoing it as well, and it's going to be going out on YouTube. But obviously, we can't put the music out on YouTube.
So they'll just see us gulping around, sitting around,
just see us
miming,
sitting around,
doing some Marseille.
Yeah, we've got new interviews coming up that are going to be going out on YouTube and also out as a podcast as well. Lots of new stuff going to be happening. So not only are we back, we're back with a vengeance this time.
Yeah, wherever he is.
Yeah, who's vengeance?
Anyway? I don't know.
Yeah, no, neither do I. But yeah, so we've got lots of new stuff coming up, lots of exciting stuff coming up, and we're also fretting about going out and driving a cab as well.
Well, I've got to get my licence. I've applied because I'm in that stage again.
Well, I was at that stage last time we did a show, weren't it? We only had one licence. Mine came through really quick for once. We only had one licence between us then.
Yeah, well, again, so... but your process went through quite quickly, didn't it?
Oh, yeah. I sent it off on the... I let it expire as well, like a fool.
Yeah.
Because I forgot all about it.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things you keep thinking...
COVID. We've had a lot going on. We've had a lot going on. You
keep thinking, I'll put it off till next week. I'll do it next week.
You've took on a new business and you've got all sorts of things going on, haven't you?
And then I forgot all about it. And then I applied on the 5th or the 6th of November, and my licence dropped on the doormat on the 6th of December.
Well, listen, let's give credit where credit's due.
Exactly.
Listen, we know they do a lot.
And I did it online, and I had no problem at all with it.
Well,
but you have, haven't you?
Well, I went through it, the whole process.
But we think it's because of your...
No. I've done the CRB bit. I couldn't work that one out, and eventually I had to phone them, and they told me what it is. Because I've got an Irish passport, I've got to put not a UK passport. Obviously, I knew that, but I clicked the advert anyway, and then it gives you different. Anyway, so there's a problem there. I've sent off. They scanned me the thing, got the thing to download, but because of the issues I had last time, I phoned them, and they said, "No, hang on, we're going to send you out a paper-based one." So that's that. But on TfL's site, went through that swimmingly.
Except they've charged you twice.
Till the payment bit, right? Went payment, £300, bang. And it threw me out the system. So I logged back in. It says, look, this hasn't gone through, and do it again. So I've done it again. I thought, hang on a minute, because it booted me off again. I thought, if, my credit card will pay, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I rang them up, and I said, look, what's going on? He says, yeah, you processed, they've both gone through. I says, oh, don't tell me that. Do you know what I mean? Trying to get in contact with TfL?
Yeah.
Anyone? Anyone got a phone number for them?
Is there anybody there?
Hello? Hello? I don't know who's done your. I don't know who done your renewal in about 10 days. You know what I mean? But no, listen. Anyway, so I was out wandering around yesterday. I had to go and see my friend who's in King's College. He's at Art Dewberry. He's fine. He's doing well. Well done, John. Anyway, I thought I'd have a little wander around the old stomping ground because I'm walking, trying to get a bit fitter. It's all gone, John. It's all gone.
I know. Me and Parker Cabby had to walk around because we went into Grey Suffolk Street.
Oh right.
When I was riding around London on a Boris bike.
We see that. Yep.
That,
and you got
didn't put out on Twitter.
And you got spotted walking around.
I got spotted walking around. Luckily, I didn't get spotted on the Boris bike.
Absolutely. I think you'd have been rammed by cabs. I think cabs would have crashed because they would have thought, no, it's a mirage.
Yeah. But yeah, we had to walk around looking for a calf, and they've all gone.
Calf.
A calf.
Yeah, that's a French word. They're gone.
No, cafe is French.
Cafe.
Word. A calf is English.
Is it? I don't know. Is it
so.
Corruption? A variation. Anyway, whatever. But you couldn't find one.
No, we couldn't find one. They've all gone. We've all gone.
They're few and far between, the old greasy spoons.
Yep, because snowflakes don't use them.
They don't use anything.
No, they don't, do they?
They
don't leave home, do they?
Listen, far be it not the younger generation, but you've got to knock them sometimes, haven't you? You know what I mean? They're not productive. They're not. Some things they're good at, some things they're crap at.
Yeah. Anyway, sad news that Mr. Roy Ellis unfortunately passed away last week.
He gave me my badges ago.
Yeah, if you don't know who Roy Ellis was, when the public carriage office was in Penton Street, Roy Ellis was the head of the public carriage office before it was transferred over to Transport for London. When it transferred over, he retired. And he was quite active in the London Vintage Taxi Association. Not really active. I mean, he always wanted to own an old taxi, an old Austin low loader, but he used to drive one of Doug Wiltshire's around.
Nice.
So he always used to bump into him. Always a gentleman.
Because you know me, I'll talk to anyone.
Yeah.
I'll talk to anyone with a long face, and I don't stand on ceremony who people are.
Yeah.
And I spoke to him a couple of times at the carriage office, not knowing who he was first of all.
Yeah.
And then obviously introduced who he was, and he was the actual one to give me my badge and had to chat to me because there were some issues we brought up. But no, he's a very forward-thinking guy. I thought he had visions of the carriage office changing slightly the sternness of it, but not to the extent of I think where it's gone today.
Yeah, definitely. Fare increase on the 30th of April for taxis, I think it's 5.5%. No increase to rate 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Although there isn't a rate 4 on your meter, it's what rate 3 reverts to after
12 miles, isn't it?
Something like that.
Whatever.
So there's no increase on rate 3 and 4, but rates 1 and 2 will get an increase of 5.5%. And I believe the flagfall's going up a bit as well, by about 20 pence.
Next month, is it? Or end of this month? Heathrow.
Yeah, at the end of this month also, that's why it's been put off from the 1st of April till the end of April. So from the 1st of May, I believe it is, the drop-off charge will come into force for taxis at Heathrow. Now, I'm not sure how this is going to work, because if you pick up a job from one of the ranks at the terminals at Heathrow that's going on a local to another rank terminal, to another terminal, how are they going to differentiate between you coming from one terminal to another and another taxi dropping off there? Apparently it's going to work on ANPR, and it's very, very clever system that's going to know that you've left the rank and have gone to drop off at another terminal. But I'll bet it's gonna. Yeah, well, it's gonna have. It's gonna fail. I bet it's gonna fail. It's gonna have teething problems. It's gonna have all sorts of issues and anomalies, which we know that they get bench tested by us. Yeah. Lots of screaming, shouting, and look forward to hearing from Mark White. Yep. Because he'll find it. He will. He definitely will. Yeah, I'll tootles the taxi on Twitter. On Twitter, or Twitter as people call it. Twitter. Some people call it Twatter. Yes, I know, but hey. Yeah. Other people call themselves twats as well. But I'll let Dal explain about that a little bit later, why people call themselves twats.
Oh, right.
And you'll be very surprised about it, actually. Michael Glassman is, after praising LEVC and ordering loads of taxis, is now having a right go at them on Twitter.
Because, again, it's been bench tested, the cab, and we found...
And the fuel flaps are falling off, and tyres are wearing out, and all sorts of things. And he had to pay 20 grand for a new battery.
Which...
But it's all right though, Michael, because all your cabs are rented out, and of course, according to you, we're all earning £50 an hour.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not, because I ain't at the moment.
But I think the cab drivers are, some days are good, some days are bad. We know what the game is.
But it's not £50 an hour, is it?
No,
let's be perfectly honest.
Not.
I mean, the trade might be buoyant at the moment
because there is a lot of drivers still absent.
Yeah, and
there's lots of drivers of my age and stuff like hivering and divering whether to go back and stuff like that. So we're still I can't believe how many people have got long COVID, especially with the civil service.
Yeah, I know.
No self-employed people seem to have it.
No one who has to earn a living seems to have it. But people that can sit at home seem to be suffering from long COVID. And listen, this is no disrespect to people that have genuinely got it, because I should imagine it's a terrible thing to have if it's affected you that badly.
Absolutely.
But I think there's a lot of people in this country that are just pulling the wool over their employers' eyes.
Well, the thing is as well, I mean, for years and years they used to come on the telly. Do you remember? Stop taking antibiotics. You're becoming immune to them, and and this is what's happened as well with the COVID, flu, whatever, and it's just blitzed people. I mean, 3 years basically coming into it now. We'll be soon. I still haven't had it and still haven't had my jabs. No. And I've been all around the planet. Well, where I've been.
Yeah.
Hey, listen.
You was quite close to where the conflict is at the moment, wasn't you?
I thought
you'd
I don't know what
gone off and was fighting as a mercenary over there.
I don't know what I said. But I'll be on the wrong side, wouldn't I? I'm always on the wrong side of history. I wasn't far from it. I actually, when I went to one town, one city I drove to while I was out there, it had the signs for Ukraine. Do you know what I mean? And could have easily because that's what I do. I just look at a place, think, I think I'll go there, have a look at that. But no, I that was I'll come out of Poland just whilst that was all going on.
Yeah,
and then drove down from there to Spain. Yeah, as you do. Yeah. Via France, obviously.
Did you just turn the wrong way or something?
No, whilst I was in Poland, I got a friend got in contact with me who I hadn't spoken to for 18 years, and he was poorly, living in a place called Mojaca in Spain, which is down past Almeria, all depends which way you're going, or down from Denia, whichever. It's on the coast. He moved out there years ago because he had, funny enough, an ME they suspected, but he just had a tumour removed from his brain a few not so long ago. So obviously he was in emailing and stuff, and I took a charge down there to go and see him, give him a bit of moral support. And he's only young. He's only young, younger than me. Yeah, well, everyone's younger than me.
Yeah, anyone's younger than you. You're actually 60 now, aren't you?
60. No, I'm 61.
Yeah,
I'm 61 because I had my Poland.
You've been telling everyone you were 60 ever since we started doing this show.
I always thought I was.
And you was only 52 at the time.
I thought I was 60. I'm 60. I am 60. I had my birthday in Poland. Yeah. So
you sure?
Yeah, definitely. I had Christmas out there.
What year was you born in?
61.
1961.
Yeah, and we got a 2 at the end at the moment, so I'm one below that.
So you're 61.
So
in 2012, when we started doing all this, you wasn't 60, was you?
No, I thought I was 60. No, I felt 60.
You was 51.
Yeah, but I've been going through a lot of pressure. I'd only just started smoking and everything. You know what I mean? So
you was 51 though.
Yeah,
and you tell everyone you was 60.
I thought I was 60. I was born in 60. It's easy confused. You see, it's the last number that retains in my head.
Yeah, what's 60?
So for some reason I was just 60. But from Poland then up to France and come back.
Yeah. So it's rumours of a new updated TXE coming out with a longer range on the battery.
Yeah, it's now cost you 30 grand. That's the longer range.
What?
Cost you
It was
30
grand for a new battery.
instead of 20. Yeah. I mean, the range is an issue with the cabs.
Yeah.
I mean, how comes all these Teslas and everything else can seem to get super duper mileage and stuff? Even
Well, they don't. They're
Jag-
having problems with their batteries as well.
Jaguar, they because I was driving obviously all different cars around for the body shop when last time I was back fit enough to work, and some of them were really quite tasty mileage.
Yeah.
I thought, and I thought, why haven't they implemented this for cabs? Do you know what I mean? But I think they might just be going for the cheaper options, like the fuel flaps.
Yeah. Fuel flaps, door hinges.
Yeah. There's quite a
tracking issues.
Yeah. Some people,
issues.
but
some people have had no problems.
Some people had no problems at all, and this is
typical cab.
But we had the same with TX2s and 4s and stuff. Some people, but there were some obviously issues like the on the 4s with the 100,000 miles. Once you hit that, then you just sort of like had to renew your top end of your engine.
What, on a 4?
With the what's that? Them bits that used to go, the heater bit, the valve guides or something.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, don't worry.
Yeah.
Don't worry. They won't be driving them no more.
No, definitely not.
But a new Mercedes as well, apparently.
Yeah, apparently a new Mercedes is imminent. What imminent means in this trade, I don't know, because when they say imminent, it never seems to actually happen.
No. So we'll see. You driven a Mercedes? You quite like them, don't you?
I like the Vito. Yeah.
It is a bit to me, pat your head and rub your stomach at the same time. You know what I mean? Like for me, it seems like I've got to multitask and I don't really multi anything.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'll be like putting the radio on instead of opening the intercom. Or opening the door, whichever is needed. I'll press the wrong button. But I do like them.
Anyway, time for another song because we've had loads of requests for this show. I forget who asked for this one. I think it might have been.
What was it? What was the song?
It's the Four Tops.
Oh, I ain't got a clue who asked for that.
I could tell you if I
ain't
have
got
a
a
look
clue.
on
Four Tops now
on the old Twitter feed.
Yeah,
I can probably have a look.
Yeah, now the Four Tops.
If my phone decides to recognise me.
Why? Hey, you got facial recognition on it?
Yeah.
Who you got?
Someone else, obviously, because it don't recognise me half the time.
You got to put a picture up of Minty or something out of EastEnders.
Thank you very much.
Cotton died. Yeah. God bless their souls.
Yeah, old Doc Cotton.
God bless
passed away. The other problem is, as the years have passed on,
your eyes.
I can't see nothing.
Yeah. Well, do you know what? I think my eyes are actually improving. I don't know how that's come about, and it's not because I've been eating carrots, which is another myth which was put out during the war. Propaganda.
What, eating carrots?
Yeah, Cat's Eyes Cunningham used to go around being out to shoot all the Luftwaffe down and all that, but it was only put out as a spoof because to delude and fool the Germans to believe in Cat's Eyes Cunningham could shoot them all down. But in actual fact, it was the invention of radar. So that's or gaydar, as it's now called, radar. So that was why they could shoot down the planes, because they could pinpoint them with a lot more accuracy than actually anything else. They used to use radio telemetry tracking, which they used their radios. You know what I mean? But hey, that's another day. Four Tops.
It was the woolly-hatted.
Oh yes.
Dissident.
Yeah, dissident.
That asked for.
Yeah. Oh well, there you go.
Ask for the Four Tops.
What song? What song of the Four Tops?
I can't help myself.
What? It's only just a matter of looking.
Well, I can't help myself. I am looking.
Oh, that's just the name of the
song. That's the name of the song.
Oh, I thought you said you can't help yourself.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Four Tops.
We'll be back after this.
Mixcloud. www.mixcloud.com/cabchat.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Dell's Diaries. Lovely to be back chatting with you all and sharing what's been going on. I was pleased to be invited by LEVC to celebrate London's female taxi drivers on International Women's Day on the 8th of March, together with 3 other ladies. You can read about it, see our photos and watch our videos talking about being female taxi drivers and encouraging other people to do the knowledge. It was a lovely day. You can see it on my Facebook or Twitter page, Dell Forward, or on LEVC or the LTDA Twitter. So it's nice to see London back to normal a bit now, thank God. People are out enjoying themselves and we're quite busy. The city isn't back to normal though yet, still a lot working from home. A customer told me the other day they only come into work on Tuesday, Wednesdays and Thursdays, and they're called twats. I thought that was funny. I don't normally get jokes. Mind you, he did have to spell it out to me, that twats stands for the letter of each word. So Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Thursdays. It's so funny. So I actually Googled it and it is true. So anyway, what else can I tell you? I've not got back to the gym yet. But I will be looking to join my an outside pool. So I feel like I'm on holiday every day. I'm going to look at the Oasis in Holborn. Apparently it's London's only outdoor swimming pool. Otherwise I'll join David Lloyd out in Essex or somewhere else in Essex. There is quite a few of them. But I have started back training at John Orwell Sports Centre in Wapping with my fellow cabbies, and I've been loving it. We train on a Monday and Friday at 1 p.m. and we do fitness training in the hall with Gary the instructor for 1 hour. Then we play football. I've never played football in my life, but I'm really enjoying it. I'm usually in goal, but it's great fun to do something in a group. And I'm the only girl, but I'm used to being with the lads, as I also used to do MMA Krav Maga in the same sports centre a few years back. And they still do it there as well. So it's open to everyone, and some of the cabbies have been going for 40 years and they have retired from cabbing, but they are so fit and it's such a laugh. So what else have I been doing lately? Now things have opened up. Oh, I know, I've started swing and jive dancing lessons and I'm loving that as well. It's such fun way to keep fit, and I love all the old music and dancing with different partners. Everyone is so friendly. And I'm playing all the old songs in my taxi, which makes the job much more enjoyable too. And the other night I popped into to see a live band, a swing band in the 100 Club on Oxford Street. I've never been there my whole life, and it was a brilliant band. And also I went to see a live band at the ex-Servicemen's Club in Leytonstone to watch our famous cabbie drum slayer do some jamming with some other brilliant musicians. And that's on a Monday night, so I really enjoyed that. And then also in Leytonstone, I've started to do free meditation in Leytonstone Library at 7:30, so that's really nice as well. The other thing is I'm still doing my YouTube videos. Anything I've done on TV and radio, and what I eat as a vegan around London in my taxi and at home. And if I meet interesting people, I put them on my YouTube channel. So do check that out. It's Dell Forward. I've got tons I've videoed over the last few months, but I just need to find a bit of time to upload some new ones for you. So I hope you enjoy that. So, all you good people, life can't be all work and no play. So my recommendations is to keep fit and have fun and enjoy our wonderful music and dress up. I'm right into my bright colours at the moment. In fact, I've done an all-day workshop today for Miss Curvaceous, where they give you tips on fashion and makeup and things like that for all sorts of women. So I really enjoyed that. Check that out. I've been to 2 events doing that now. And it's great to be with a bunch of women all encouraging each other, and we're trained by people, who do makeup and fashion and what suits you. And yeah, I'm right into the bright colours, which really lifts your spirits. You know, so don't just keep wearing black all day like I used to. So yeah, just wear bright, bold colours. So be brave, be bold, smile and enjoy. Until next time, lots of love, Dal. Take care, bye.
Extra listeners, cause we think we are great. So if you like our station, then please go tell a man. If you can get some other pal to tune into our show, we promise we will have a day with ginger nuts and cocoa. Oh, I do love ginger
nuts. Would help if I turn my microphone on, wouldn't it?
It does help, yeah.
See, we're so out of practice of doing this, aren't we?
I know, plus this is all on the wrong side for you.
Yeah, I know, we have that.
That there and that there. That doesn't really work well on radio, but it's got the mixer where the computer should be and the computer where the
because I usually use the mixer with my left hand and the computer with my right hand.
Yeah, so that was the Four Tops.
Yeah, that was the Four Tops, and I can't help myself.
Yeah, you can. And Dal is definitely helping herself.
Yeah, she's definitely helping herself.
Keep fit.
And everything's nice.
Which is nice.
It is nice.
And twats. I didn't know about twats.
Yeah, didn't I? Well, I did say about twats,
you
didn't I?
You did say that in the early part of the show, so it's good thingy, which does... It's a bit awkward, isn't it, really? You know, when you come the Thursday, you say...
Yeah. See you next Tuesday.
You don't know where we get... You can get a right...
Could give him another name as well, couldn't we? Which we're not going to repeat on here.
We're not going to say things like that. Do you know what I mean?
Because we're being good.
Yes. We're being goodish.
Yes.
You know,
sort of.
You know, we're being a bit more.
Do you know,
we'll be on telly next week.
Twitter seems to have a new feature in it whereby you can only allow people to reply to your tweets.
I've seen that, yeah.
If you follow them. So that means if you don't follow them, they can't reply to your tweets. And there's a couple of trade reps that have got this setting on their Twitter accounts.
I know.
Which to me, it's a little bit... Yeah. It's like, I can say what I want, but... You can't. You ain't got the right to reply.
Absolutely right. So, well, it's wrong. It's absolutely wrong.
Mind, that's totally wrong.
Yeah, of course it is, because... You know, I've got some weird and wonderful. And
it's not just one person that I've come across with this setting turned on. You know, there's quite a few people.
Yeah.
Quite a few cab drivers, quite a few trade reps. And to me, if you're going to put your head above the parapet, take the criticism as well. Because, listen, Cab Chat Twitter account hasn't got that setting turned on. Believe me. If you want to slag us off, feel free.
Yeah.
We don't care.
We don't care. I don't care. It's only words. And this is what I'm saying. I mean, obviously, I grew up... You know, obviously because of my age, where on the television people were saying all sorts of things. Normally it was middle class representing working class, where, you know, we were like Alf Garnett's, we were portrayed as like Eddie out of Love Thy Neighbour. Do you know what I mean? And these people, Monty Pythons, do you know what I mean? Like all these, the Goodies, all these people are middle class, upper middle class, very upper middle class, portraying the working class as stupid, dumb and thick. But we found it funny, because it was funny. You know, we didn't take offence at saying, "Oh, you can't." That moved on. But like these snowflakes and stuff like this, and millenniums and all that, where you just, you can't say that because it offends me. Or better still, I like the one is, you shouldn't say that because that's offends somebody else. Well, are they here? No. Well, then surely in me four walls of wherever I am and with my friends and company, I can say what I like. Within reason.
Well, it's like we had an Elvis sort of geezer here the other week.
All right.
And you know, we haven't got the biggest stage here, have we? It's quite small.
We'll be on it. We'll be on it next time.
Yeah, we'll be on it next time, so you'll see it. But he went on stage and he stood there and he tells a few jokes as well. And he went, he said, I'd like to thank you. He said, I'd like to thank Jamie for this Olympic-sized stage I'm on here. He said, and he was looking around. He said, I think I've been on bigger women.
Now, yeah.
Now, people would find women would find that offensive.
Well,
but
some big women might.
Yeah, but everyone here laughed.
Well,
the women were laughing louder than the men.
Yeah, no.
And I wasn't saying that to be rude. I'm just giving that as an example.
I get that, and it's a good example.
I'm just giving it as an example.
It is a good example.
I just wanted to point that out as an example.
You did,
yeah,
and it was taken, and it just graphically points out the exact thing I'm saying. Now, if skinny women started shouting at him, saying, "You can't say that about fat women."
Mind you, he did take the mickey out of himself as well, because he had a mic stand there, right? And he went,
"Can you see me?"
He said, "Can you see me?"
Yeah,
and he moved it to the side.
Yeah,
so like,
it's an old gag, but hey, you listen. No, but this is what I'm saying.
It's like he was talking in an American accent, and he said, I don't know why I'm talking like this. I only come from Whitstable.
Very funny. Absolutely. It was like some people when I was saying to them, like, "Oh, it's a great accent. Where's that from?"
Yeah.
And they'd say their country, and I say, "No, it comes from your throat." But they didn't get it. Do you know what I mean? See, some humour is
just lost on some people,
and not just that. You can tell a joke in London, and they won't laugh in Paris. And the reason being is they won't hear it.
Yeah, exactly.
So, hey, listen, it's regional.
Anyway, we touched on the price of diesel earlier, and some drivers at the moment are spending £200 a week on diesel.
Wow.
But it's not only diesel that's going up, it's electricity as well. On-street chargers, some of them are over 40 pence per kilowatt. So it's costing us all a lot more money to go to work at the moment, and it's not just affecting taxi drivers either. So expect the prices in the shops to go up as well.
Absolutely right. I mean,
London Taxi PR have started a great advertising campaign to promote the knowledge. And I'm going to read a little bit about this. London Taxi PR, an organisation which represents the interests of the licensed London taxi profession, has launched its largest ever London-wide billboard advertising campaign to promote the knowledge, the infamous test each applicant must pass to become a licensed London taxi driver, aiming to encourage more individuals to undertake studying to become a licensed London taxi driver, whilst at the same time promoting the diversity and inclusivity of the composition of the London taxi profession. Now try saying that when you've had a few pints.
I couldn't say that with my false teeth. I couldn't say that with my false teeth.
But well done to Lee and the guys at London Taxi PR for that great work there. Also, we must thank Electric Media for hosting our website nowadays, and also our podcast files as well, which is part of the Electric Web Company. And if you want a website hosting or podcast hosting, look them up on the net, electricweb.net.
Yeah, don't forget, tell them that we sent you.
Yeah, don't forget to tell them that Cab Chat sent you, and you might get a discount.
Absolutely.
You never know.
The Cab Chat discount.
The Cab Chat discount. Infamous Cab Chat discount. Yeah, and if you're looking for cab insurance, plan insurance, and tell them you heard about them on Cab Chat.
Yeah, absolutely. Now,
and,
because obviously,
because then we get 50 quid.
Do we?
Yeah, we do now.
You've kept quite.
No, we will do now. Once
brilliant.
I spoke to Dan this week, because he didn't tell us about this lark that you're going to get. You know, they don't sponsor us anymore, but you know they're offering 50 quid if you recommend someone.
Okay, we could do.
I mean, our podcasts are still recommending people because he's still got plan insurance on there.
Exactly. People are going, but so
we want our 50 quids, Mr. Dan.
Yeah, with a plan.
Yeah, Dan from Plan.
Listen, he's done. He's a good guy. He won't put you wrong as well. Do you know what I mean? He'll definitely give you the cover you need.
Yeah. And Cockney Cabbies, if you liked the Cockney Cabbies videos, like the ghost phone of Portland Place and
all through the lockdown, that was scary. Because I don't know where. I know when I see that, I weren't in the UK, and it was scary seeing London like that. You know, with you guys.
But
no, that's just you.
Yeah, just me. I know. I'm always scary when you see me. But it was the pandemic that brought our filming to a halt because John and Joe went out and tried to do some filming and got stopped by the police. So me and John have been out and we've been filming. We've filmed a new video,
cool,
and some other stuff as well. So we've actually got about 8 videos almost ready to go out.
Wow.
Yeah. So we've got about 8 videos ready to go out. Different things, not quite the same. One of them's the same as what we've done before.
Okay.
But we're going to be doing different things as well. So
would you like people to send you in requests for themes of the?
No.
Okay.
Well, they can do.
Yeah, I know.
Do.
No, but if they got a particular area, part of London, they're always fascinated in. I mean,
but
obviously,
them sort of videos like that Ghost Phone take a long time. A long time to make. It's like an epic sort of.
Yeah.
I know it weren't that long, but that was like 4 days of filming. That was
really.
And just to film the introduction video was like 3 days.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So yeah, I mean they do take a long time to make, and we are going to carry on making them, but we're going to make them as we're doing other stuff at the same time.
I'd like to do one along murders, like infamous murders in London, but the ones not the crippins, not the thing. You know, just the straight-laced. You know, this is a couple and this was happened and all that.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It just fascinates me.
All the taxi charities are going ahead this year.
Brilliant. So that's the one to
the taxi charity for military veterans go on their first trip since the COVID pandemic. The trip is taking veterans to the Netherlands for the Dutch Liberation Day.
Right.
I believe the taxi charity for children are going to Woburn Safari Park this year.
Wow.
I think that's the second week or the first week in June.
Okay.
The Albany Taxi Charity Fund are going to Hastings this year. I don't think they're going to be doing their Margate trip, which is a bit of a shame.
Margate? I thought they did Marden.
No, that's East London Cabbies.
East London, sorry.
I'm not sure about the East London Cabbies outing, whether that's happening or not. And the Magical Taxi Tour to Disneyland in Paris is leaving Canary Wharf on the 16th of September.
Wow.
I don't know how we're getting across the channel at the moment because of P&O ferries, but we're going. And
New Haven,
managed to raise
New Haven Dieppe.
Yeah, we've managed. No, it's too far. We've managed to raise enough to sponsor 2 cabs from here.
What? Just the club?
Yeah, the clubs.
Well done. Well done.
Enough money to sponsor 2 cabs.
Oh, fine.
Almost.
Brilliant.
So yeah,
getting there.
Nissan Dynamo are no longer in production at the moment.
Dynamo's dynamite.
There's talk of a different model, but that's going to pose problems, I think, for those that have got the current model. So we'll keep our eyes peeled for what's going on there.
Do you know what? The only thing that really stresses me out is range anxiety, and I never range anxiety. For someone who's just done like 6,000 miles, do you know what I mean?
You couldn't have done that in a Nissan Dynamo, could you? Right?
And like, you know, at least I'd look at the tank every now and again. You know, like when you're driving. You know what I mean? And I knew what my miles to gallon were. Do you know what I mean? Because it's right where I was going. But you know, any time I am in an electric vehicle, if it's not hybrid type one where it kick in and all that, I do panic.
You panic, do you?
I do. It's a condition. So I couldn't drive a Nissan Dynamo.
You couldn't drive a Nissan
Looks
Dynamo.
like no one else will be soon. No, unless you've already got one. No, that's...
Oh, me? No, I ain't got one.
No.
I'm not getting one either.
No, it's just range anxiety.
Yeah.
So that's that. So what else was... So they're coming... They might be doing a new one.
There's talk of them doing another one, but it's all a bit
like everything in
bit
the
hit and miss.
Yeah. See, so it's not something they're really catering for, really, are they? We're just like a side thought in this end.
Anyway, time for another song because we've had loads of requests this week, and this one's from Gilbert the Will.
Gilbert the Will
wants a bit of Christopher Cross.
Well, the song that comes straight to mind with that Christopher Cross, the theme from Arthur. Arthur?
Yeah, but it's not that one.
No. So it's going to be Ride Like Me Wind.
Yeah,
there we go. How bad's that?
How bad's that, eh?
You found Cab Chat, the show for London's taxi drivers. Cab Chat.
Where you're hearing things. Where you're hearing things.
Right, so that was Ride Like the Wind and Christopher Cross.
Ride Like the Wind.
Ride Like the Wind.
It reminds me of going over Dartford Bridge on my T80 Yamaha.
How did you go over Dartford Bridge on your T80? You had L plates on it.
No, you can go over that. That's not motorway.
Oh no, it's not motorway.
Yeah, I went over it twice. Yeah, twice. Once when I was doing the suburbs.
I wouldn't have wanted to go over there.
Listen, Ride Like the Wind, mate. Going up, I thought was a struggle. Coming down, mate, with the wind behind me. Lorries. Oh, mate.
Anyway, I've got to give a few friends a mention. Mr. Lee O'Brien is performing at the 100 Club on Saturday the 9th of July this year.
In Oxford Street.
And tickets are available for that if you want to go along.
Yeah, very good.
And also, Joe the Holborn Cab and John Parker Cabby are performing 2 shows at the Charing Cross Theatre on Sunday the 12th of June.
Worth a look.
With their 18-piece Starlight Big Band. The show is a tribute to music of Frank Sinatra, Bobby Darin and other crooners. So I'm going to be there.
Fine.
I'm not performing.
Can't you do the Monster Munch one?
The Monster Munch.
What?
The Monster Mash.
Monster Mash.
Monster Munch. They're crisps.
Yeah. Oh, they are.
Mate.
Yeah, it's, I'm going back to my ice cream van days.
Yeah, they're Monster Munch. No, I'm going to be videoing it for them.
Okay, right.
So we're setting all the cameras up and we're going to be videoing that. New rules for mobile phone use in cars.
Yeah.
Which means if you even tap the screen to light the screen, you're liable to prosecution.
What, in a cradle?
Right. A bit of a grey area there because the government website says that if it's in a cradle, it's okay.
Okay.
But the police say if it's in a cradle, it's not okay. So
it's subjective. Yeah, I mean, this is a problem. I mean, obviously, anything you do.
What the police are saying, if it distracts you from driving, then even if it's in a cradle, they're going to nick you.
Well, they can do that for you smoking,
eating,
drinking. Because as it explained to me,
backside.
If you did it on your test, would you fail?
Well, if you scratch your backside.
No, I'm
sure.
saying if you're smoking, if you're on a driving test or peeling an
you'd
orange,
probably fail.
Or
you'd fail.
That's how it is explained to me by some
filling your vape up, or
or just doing a roll up like I do.
Yeah.
What's wrong?
Driving with your knees.
Yeah, fine. Yeah,
no wrong. We've got complete control over the vehicle.
Yeah, absolutely,
exactly. But the LTDA have said that if you are accepting that job, you are allowed to do that if it's in a cradle, as long as it's in a cradle. And also, with regards to taking credit card payments, apparently they was involved in some of the discussions or the consultation on these new laws.
Right.
And it was suggested that a cab driver should find somewhere safe to park and switch the engine off before taking a card payment.
Oh, please, you dare switch your engine off, mate. I want to get away.
And apparently the LTDA said, well, try finding somewhere safe to park in London.
Yeah.
So if you are taking a card payment, apparently you are going to be allowed to take a card payment. What we would suggest is that you put the handbrake on and put the vehicle in park so that you cannot move while taking the card payment.
Yeah, that would be, at least if they come to the window and say, look, mate, it's in park, that handbrake's on, applied, my foot's even on the brake, it is
because
in
a lot of cabs, if you turn the engine off, the credit card machine goes off and everything else. So,
absolutely.
So that wouldn't be practical. There's also an exemption if you are paying for something at a payment window with your phone.
Okay.
But once again, even the police are saying you can be prosecuted, in a McDonald's car park, but that's private property. Surely they can't prosecute you on private property. But still, put your handbrake on and put it in park, and then you should be safe to make a payment.
So the handbrake light is illuminated on the dash.
Exactly.
If you just point at that, you don't necessarily put it in park. I'm not really a parky person. Put it in park.
A parky person. You can't do that in a manual vehicle. Can you? Can't put it in park.
I've always covered the brake. I always cover the brake, and I just want to get. If it ever goes Pete Tong, you know what I mean. I just want to be able to go and just get out of there. Sod the payment.
Exactly.
Because you could. You're expecting a card payment, you get a knife or a gun pulled out. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
You've got to get out of there.
You've got to get out of there.
Absolutely.
Now for the big thing that's happening in the cab trade at the moment is taxi app. are going from being a cooperative to an investor-led company, or as they put it, a CLG. Not quite sure what a CLG is. I've tried to look it up and read what a CLG is, but I believe there was a CLG in the first place. It's all a bit ambiguous, and we haven't really got much information about it. We have invited Scott Wolseley and Paul Harris to come and do an interview, and have not heard back from them as yet. And we are going to invite Phil Ferrigno and Haas to come and do the same.
Exactly.
Hopefully, they will all take us up. Obviously, I don't think they're going to want to come in at the same time, because there's a bit of a conflict going on between the two groups there. But obviously, we want to remain impartial, and we're going to invite both sides to give us their side and tell us what ask Scott and Paul what they think is wrong, and ask Phil and Haas what they believe. What their plans are. Really,
this is the problem. I mean, obviously, with a driver-led, whatever they're going to call it, or to me, it seems. It's not what it was originally set up for, but hey, listen.
Exactly.
So.
I'm going to keep my personal views
this is the problem,
out of it on here, because, I've sort of been blocked on the app. I don't know why, because, we gave them free advertising on Cab Chat and on all of my other websites. And I didn't pay any subs, because I said, well, the advertising will cost more than the subs, because they wanted to pay for the advertising. I said, well, that'll cost more than the subs, so I'll give you the advertising for free.
Yeah, fine.
But I did offer to pay the subs, and they said no at the time.
Were you doing much work on it anyway?
I've done one job.
Oh, then there you go. So I mean, they benefited more out of it.
I've only ever done one. Only ever been offered one job.
I've got no problems with helping out everyone this way and that way. But if one side's got a better, they got better. They got more out of it.
But
they got more out of it than you did. But absolutely.
I was blocked, and I would have thought that I was giving more than what the subs were, then I would have been classed as a member, but it seems that I wasn't.
No, for monetary reasons, no, you weren't. But practical reasons, you were.
Well, monetary reasons, I should have been, because I was giving them 3 times more than what I was getting.
Well,
but still,
even more than that. But
exactly.
Listen, but as we say, we just want the progression of whatever it's.
Hence, all advertising for Taxi App has been removed from all of our websites.
Yeah.
Only because I found out I was blocked.
Well, it's not a malicious thing.
No,
it's just
if I'm blocked and I'm not able to use it anymore,
absolutely.
Even though I haven't used it for 2 years, if I'm not able to use it, I can't log on to it, then I've decided to remove
not just
the advertising.
Not just that, you can't. You'll only be. We can say this probably. If it's ethical, if you're working with an ethical company within the trade, you as a person to draw on your experiences of it and your comments of it, you're advertising. You know what I mean? But if you're blocked from it, then hang on, I'm not part of that, so I can't really.
Promote it.
I can't promote it because I can't recognise it as being what.
Exactly.
What is what a cab driver needs.
Anyway, hopefully if Phil and Haas come take us up on the offer and come in for an interview, then they can tell me why.
Yeah, but we'd just like to know about it for the trade, because otherwise, because this is Cab Chat.
Yeah,
it's about
exactly.
It's about cabs. It's about
cabs. I think we've covered everything this week so far. We're planning on doing the 250th show. I know we said we're not going to do one. We're only going to do one a month, but we are planning on doing the 250th show sometime in April.
Yeah.
Because we want to put it out as a YouTube video as well, and we're going to try to get some of the other members of the old team in.
Be nice, because we'll all be on camera.
Whether we do it here or whether we do it at Plans office, because there isn't anywhere else really we can do it.
No.
I don't want to go into Great Suffolk Street. It's so grim these days in that place. Oh, it is grim.
I was tempted to go there yesterday.
Oh, don't. Don't. It's like it's depressing. It really. It's the. Me and John Parker Cabby was in there the other week, and we went in there and sat there, and it was actually colder inside than it was outside.
Oh right.
No heating on in there at all, and it just it's empty. You don't have problems parking in there anymore.
Oh wow.
No, you can park in there. Loads of parking spaces if you want to park in there, and they've put all the prices up. That's one way of attracting customers back, isn't it? To put your prices up.
Yeah. Well, listen. Lots of things.
Arian said to me, he said, I said, I'll do a couple of egg and bacon sandwiches. He went, they've gone up. I went, how much? He went, £4.50 each. £4.50 each.
Wow, that's
£9 for 2 sandwiches. Go to the Savoy for that money. Well, probably not, but hey, I can go somewhere decent for that money and sit there where they got a bit of heating on.
Yeah. This is the thing. We've just had the COVID. We're just going through the problems with the supply chain and the cost of everything.
But it's not just that. If you go in there now and have a dinner and a cup of coffee, it's nearly 12 quid. It's about 12 quid.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a nice bit of Chinese for that.
Go and sit in an Indian. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen, last time, I'm trying to think where I went other than Great Suffolk Street. I think it was, I can't remember.
You can't remember?
No, I think...
apparently, Parker was saying that Crazy Salad in Woburn Place is the place to be nowadays.
Oh, right, okay.
Apparently, it's really nice, and I'm looking forward to going there because I like a bit of salad in the summer. I do like a bit of salad.
Salad's nice.
Salad's nice in the summer.
Yeah, can't beat it.
Yeah, you can't beat a nice bit of salad.
So, we're looking at the end of.
We're looking maybe around 2 weeks' time or 3 weeks' time to do the next Cab Chat show.
So we've got to put out the requests for...
the requests for the next show. So if you've got requests you want us to play, because we haven't managed to fit all of them in this week, so we'll carry a couple of them over to next time.
Well, just tell them who they were. Who was it?
No, I'm not going to tell them. No, we'll carry them over for next time.
Okay, so you've got to keep listening. I'll get it.
You've got to keep listening.
Fine.
Yeah, so the next one will be on YouTube. You actually get to see us. That's scary.
They can see us from our old stuff.
Yeah, but that's scary, isn't it?
Well, again, it's it's warts and all, isn't it? I mean, I'm not frightened.
You're not frightened?
No, I'm not frightened. I feel sorry for them. You know what I mean? Because
we've definitely got faces for radio.
For the people who don't know us, and
we're a cult.
Yeah. For the people who don't know us, and I didn't know, and then when they've met me, they've all said, "Oh, you're," and they say you don't
look like you sound.
Yeah, which is weird. But although you put the pictures up the other day, didn't you? The caricatures.
You can't say that.
No, caricatures.
You can't say that.
No, caricatures of us, and they're very good. They're very. That's when I used to wear me Ronnie Craze.
Ronnie Craze. Don't you wear your Ronnie Craze anymore?
I don't need them. My eyes have got really better.
Well, mine got better and they got worse again.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, so you're on the way down.
Yeah.
Apparently they get better before they get worse.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
No,
I didn't wear mine for 2 years, and then the phone was.
You needed a longer arm.
I needed a selfie stick for it to be able to read it.
Read the text.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I
went to the opticians, and he said to me, the last time you came here, you got some varifocals. I said, yeah, them ones with the blue, blue thing.
Right.
The varifocals with the blue thing in for driving. I said, and I brought them back because they were crap. He went, don't surprise me, everyone did. Oh. He said, but you got some varifocals before that? I said, yeah. He said, where are they? I said, I've lost them. He said, how did you lose them? I went, well, don't know.
I
lost them. He went, you're not getting what I'm saying. He said, varifocals. He said, you're supposed to wear them all the time. He said, how did you lose them? I said, I haven't worn them for 2 years. And he went, oh, really? So he tested my eyes, and he said to me, he said, out of all the people that have been in today, he said, you've got the best eyesight out of all of them.
Yeah. Funny.
He said, but you still need glasses.
Well, while I was in Poland,
while I was in
Poland, I went to Polish optimistics. What are they called?
Opticians. Or optometrists.
IM.
Same sort of thing.
And they said he had an eye check on the wall, and he had an eye test. Some kid in there,
Yeah.
He said, can you read the bottom 2 lines? He said, read it. He says, I know him.
Yeah.
That's an old gag, but it works.
Yeah,
Do the same with
not on radio,
dyslexics. But hey, listen, I could have offended someone then.
You could have done.
Could have offended the
You
Polish.
offended people who wear
Could have
glasses.
Polish, like, wow, what a world we live in if we can't say stuff.
Can't have a laugh.
And fancy me saying that about Greta Thunberg, and you blocked it all out.
Don't say nothing about it.
It wasn't. It was about loads of things.
Yeah.
But hey, I've took the medication and I'm okay.
You're all right now, are you? That's
Yeah.
why we couldn't put the Christmas show out. Anyway, just a bit about that. There is a driver policy document out there from TfL.
Yeah.
And it has got a bit in it about social media, whereby if you make derogatory comments about people, especially staff at TfL,
Of course. Yeah.
then they can use that against you when you come to renew your licence. It brings into question your eligibility to be a licensed London taxi driver.
Well,
so be careful what you do put out there on Twitter, because if they can tie your Twitter account to your name, which these days is not that hard if they ask to find out your IP address and it's linked to your phone and who it's registered to.
If there's formal complaints. But I wonder if I've got the same issue if I can say about TfL when they said to me to rectify this problem of you having a Gaelic name on your Irish passport, what you need to do is send your Irish passport into the Irish embassy and get it converted into English.
Yeah, that's called racism.
Gaelic is one of the recognised languages of the UK. You know, Isle of Man, Wales, Scotland. Listen, but anyway, Cornwall. Anyway.
That is all we've got time for this week, because we said we're going to keep it shorter because people's concentration span is not that long these days. They like bite-sized stuff.
Yeah, not just that.
We don't do bite-sized.
No, listen. If they want more, just rewind it and listen again.
Yeah, listen again. Or listen to some of the old shows. Just go to the website, cabchatshow.uk, and you can find all of our old shows on there. As always, if you want to listen to the show with all the music in, then you've got to listen to the Mixcloud one. If you want to listen to it without the music, listen to the one on Spreaker.
Which some people prefer.
Yeah, I know. It's just the chat, isn't it? Just the chat. So, it'll all be out there. You can find our website, as I said, cabchatshow.uk. You find us on Facebook at facebook.com/cabchat, and you can find us on Twitter at cabchat, or even on Instagram at cabchatuk. So that's all our socials, or as Dropkick Rick calls them, the anti-socials. Because it stops you from talking.
Or
to
you
each
can
other.
find us in Reader's Wives, Scratch and Sniff edition of. No, we're not in that.
We was just being good, and then he just goes and ruins it all, don't he?
I can't help myself.
Can't help
myself.
Anyway, until next week, that is all we've got time for. Thank you very much for listening, as always.
Thank you.
Also, thanks for all the comments on Twitter about time we came back, and I've got to agree, it was about time we came back, and sorry if we made a few mishaps during this show, because we're trying a new piece of software. We're going to have a new mixer in a couple of weeks' time, hopefully ready for when we do the next show. Yeah, hopefully my gyro comes in by then. Yeah, his gyro comes in by then, and we can buy it, and hopefully he's got enough money, we'll save up enough money for some more diesel by then as well. No, I'm sucking out of Granny's car next door, I told you. Sucking out of Granny's car. Anyway, until next time, that's all from me. And it's definitely all from me. See you later.